Now let's take a trip down memory lane. We're in a bright colored classroom. There's posters all over the wall with motivational phrases. Got pictures of presidents, and the flag is hanging on the wall mount. And your desk has that small indent where you're able to put pencils on there. And on top of your desk, you have various awkwardly thin brown sheets of paper with dotted lines. You're 8 years old, and it's that time again. That painfully dreadful time of cursive writing lessons. Now, I was never a huge fan of writing in cursive, and I never liked learning how to write in cursive, but I found and I've learned that teaching young students to write cursive is very beneficial within their journey in education. Now, I don't claim to have the neatest or the prettiest form of cursive out there, but I do actively practice my longhand, and in fact, I've wrote my speech today with pen and paper before going to the keyboard. So I feel like I have some credibility on this. So today, I will try to convince you on the importance of why elementary schools should still teach cursive to their students. Now, elementary schools now in the United States, a lot of them have chosen not to teach cursive writing to students. They think that cursive is a form of it's a dead art form, but not only that, it's a dead skill. Now, and that brings up the question of whether or not cursive has a place in our always advancing technological savvy society. So does cursive have a place in the classroom in the 21st century age of iPads? And that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about today. We're all adults here, and although it might seem trivial to kind of debate whether or not students should learn cursive or not, we have to understand that the next generation of students that write in cursive are going to be our children. So it's important for us to start to pave that road in which they're going to travel by. So today I'm going to explain to you guys some of the benefits in teaching students how to write in cursive. I'm going to quickly overview some of the opposing arguments in this matter, and I'm also going to highlight one of the factors that are crucial and important that carry on towards the high school and college level when students learn how to write cursive. Now, writing cursive has many benefits, and I know that to some in this classroom, just the mere idea of thinking about cursive makes you want to squirm in your seats a little bit, and you get your palms sweaty, because in fact, when we were all in elementary, cursive was one of those trite, one of those trite things that we did in classroom just as another form of activity. However, cursive, or teaching students how to write in cursive, promotes the development of motor skills. So according to Maggie Wells of Concordia University from Portland, Oregon, writing in cursive uses different muscles in the hand that activates a different part in your brain than it would otherwise if you were writing in print. So typically, when students learn how to write in cursive, they're usually around the age of 7 or 8, or in 2nd or 3rd grade. And developing these motor skills can be very beneficial because they are still developing. Another benefit that students get when learning how to write cursive is the cognitive development that they get because of writing cursive. So according to William Clem, professor of neuroscience at Texas A&M University, writing cursive forces you to develop cognitively. So as you're writing in cursive, your brain is being trained to form this way of functional speculation. So what that means is you're writing and you're using sensation, movement, and thinking. Because as you guys might know, when you write in cursive, not only do you have to think about what you're writing, but how you're writing it. And again, this is beneficial to young students as they're developing at a young age cognitively. One of the other benefits is just simply learning the language. So as young students, at around again the age of 7 or 8, they already know the alphabet. but writing in cursive enhances the ability to use the alphabet to form different words. When you write in cursive, you form almost like a string line connective word. So every letter in the word is string-like and connected. So students are better able to form words, different words that they might have not already have known. They later form sentences that go to paragraphs and later become essays. So those are just only some of the benefits that come with teaching students how to write in cursive. And however, there are opponents out there that believe that cursive, again, is a dead art or a dead skill and shouldn't be taught in the classroom. So one of the main arguments in teaching cursive to young students is that instead of wasting our time and teaching these students how to write in cursive, we should probably spend the time in classroom to make them better keyboardists. Because after all, we live in a world of technology, keyboards are abundant, and if a kid can type up 70 words per minute on their phone by texting, then maybe we're heading down the wrong direction with an ancient form of writing. However, I think that the benefits of teaching a student how to write cursive greatly outweighs the cons. So again, if it's helping with motor skills at a young age, if it's helping with the development of cognitive ideas within the writing, and if it's helping a student how to learn the language, I think heading into a tech keyboard only form of writing might not be the solution for education. However, there are still proponents, like myself, that think that we should still have cursive writing in schools. A school teacher from San Luis Obispo, Elda Avery, believes that if we don't teach our students how to write in cursive, they're not going to be able to read in cursive. So things like historical documents like the Declaration of Independence will not be read in its original form. And those again are some of just the ideas that come along with the pains of living in a society where no one can actually write a word with a pen, but can only type words with a keyboard. Now, my last point is one of the main functions that carry on over to the high school or the college level when learning cursive, and that is writing faster. So when you're writing in cursive, like I said, every letter is stringed together within a word. So your pen never really leaves the paper. When you're writing in print, every word gets slammed, kind of like a typewriter. So you pick up your pen a little for every letter written, and that just makes you a slower writer. And when you get to the high school level or to the college level, we have timed written examinations. So things like the SATs, the AP exams perhaps, or even those in-class essays that our English professors make us write. We will be at a less disadvantage if we don't know how to write in cursive. So today I've talked about some of the benefits of writing in cursive. I've briefly gone over some of the main arguments opposing the matter, and I've talked about one of the main functional things that can carry on through our high school and college careers. I hope that after this speech you guys can maybe brush up on some of your cursive, but at the very least agree that elementary schools should still teach cursive writing. Thank you.
So Sharon, tell us what you think.
That was awesome. I heard rumors about them not doing that anymore, but I didn't think it was actually true. As he was doing his speech, I was actually practicing my cursive on top of my paper. So the thesis was cursive is important to teach to students in elementary school. And then what two pieces of evidence did I find, I find most effective was that he kept saying the development of motor skills, the cognitive development, even though I don't know what cognitive means, it sounds important, so That sounds important. Can't read old documents was a big important one. Like that sucks if like our kids can't read the Constitution or any of that stuff. 2 suggestions for improvement. I only have one. Work on your intro a little bit because the thesis I was a little like I wasn't sure if it was that or does cursive have a place in the 21st century. Like I got a little confused and it wasn't more clear until you started your speech. What aspects of motivated sequence did you think developed most efficiency? I thought that your use of the note cards was awesome. You only looked at them when you had to, and then you looked right up and looked at all of us. Like you even made eye contact with me, which was awesome. Your voice projection was amazing. Again, I thought it was a good idea that you chose the subject because I heard rumors, but I wasn't sure. Your credibility sounds amazing. I gave you a 5 for that. Clarity, I gave you a 5. Existence of issue, 2. Total issue, 5. Evidence, you gave supporting evidence. You gave everything you needed to, and reasoning, 5. $5 round. Good job.
All right. Apparently you've passed the audition.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, the delivery is really solid all the way through, so I'm going to agree with all of that. I didn't have a problem with the introduction. I kind of like the visualization that you created. It does take a while to get to the preview, because at first I thought, oh, he's got this all nicely set up, but he's not really going to tell us how he gets to this. And then finally 2.5 minutes in, there's the preview, and so that makes a little bit more sense. I think the language of the preview needed to be a little bit more certain, because it did sound the first time I heard it like I was getting labels for points, but I didn't really know what those points meant. They were a little abstract. It was better as you got into the speech. I think you could use a little bit more information about how cursive is disappearing from the classroom, that schools aren't teaching it, or that people are indifferent to it. It sounds to me like you're relying a little bit on rumor on that to believe that it's true. I'm sure there's some substance to it. On the other points, though, you did provide good evidence to support that, and I like that, and I thought you did a nice job there. Thank you.